July 16th, 2021 was a great day to be alive, with the reserves for the Valve Steam Deck coming out, which was literally a unlocked gaming PC in portable form, and also the Space Jam New Legacy movie coming out. And on top of that, the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD coming out onto the Nintendo Switch and available now. It was a fantastic day to be alive. But here we are, 10 days away from Nier Reincarnation being available for you to download and play in the United States. And today I'm going to make a video not only about my opinions on it, but also things I personally think that you should know in my opinion. So let's get on with the video. So this game is the third installment in the Nier series, and apparently it is a mobile game. Yeah, it's a game that you play on your phone. I was just as shocked as you are when I found that out. And if that wasn't shocking enough, big surprise, it is a gacha game. Now when it comes to gacha games, I am not the most intrigued. Alright, the only real gacha games I've played on my phone is like Fire Emblem Heroes, and I wasn't even a big fan of that game either. So I just don't think that it's gonna be something that I'm gonna be super into. But since it's Nier and you know it's free, I think it's definitely gonna be worth a play. But that's just my opinion. Getting back to the topic, the game is basically about this little girl, mysterious white girl, and this ghost named Mama, who just go around and are trying to escape this place called the Cage. And every time you make it to the end of the cage, there is these scarecrows that are black, and you go inside and you fight enemies and bosses in them. And also the story is progressed as well. And then you have all these characters from other times in the Nier universe that come to help you fight and defeat these enemies and progress through the story. And every time you defeat these scarecrows and bring them to normal, you get like these pieces of weapon, and when you collect all of them, a stair appears and you move up that stair to go to the next level. And that's kind of where this infinite loop of mobile games comes into play. Now before I get into my gripes about it, I want to first go into what I like. First of all, the soundtrack, it's Nier. It's the real reason I even play Nier games in the first place, well, besides that other reason. But I'm going to be honest, when it comes to Nier games, I personally love the music. Oh my god, the music is the reason I play just every Nier game. And it's also by the same composer, by Keiichi Okaba. So yeah, it's got a really good soundtrack, so if you don't even feel like playing the game, just listen to the music. Another thing is that returning characters are coming back, which is fantastic, and you can also mix and match them. So by what I've seen, I've only really seen 2B and 9S, which again, I'm not going to complain. I love both of them, and you can mix and match them. I also have heard that Drakengard characters are going to be in the game as well, which sounds exciting. At least I've heard and read. Now, the one thing I do like about the turn-based combat, comparing them to other similar mobile games that are gacha RPG turn-based games, is the fact that the gameplay feels a lot like Persona 5-ish with the more 3D move around view you have. It reminds me a lot of Persona 5 for some reason. If you know me, I love Persona 5. Overall, the combat in the game looks pretty good for a mobile game, especially since most of them are usually just like 2D sprites attacking each other, like if you've seen Final Fantasy or Fire Emblem Heroes. But this is more 3D, and it gives you that more depth aspect, whereas other games just feels really boring. I feel like this game's going to be able to keep me more immersed and indulged in the game, rather than just a bunch of, well, you know, like 2D sprites like attacking each other. I just find that to be boring. And between the battle segments, there's a lot of walking around, apparently. I don't know if maybe when you get up to higher levels, there's going to be like other types of obstacles, like maybe there might be an Easter egg a developer might slip in there, who knows. After all, just by the gameplay I've seen, it might look exactly like that. Also, from the gameplay, I didn't really see that many puzzles, at least that I saw. I'm sure there might be, but, you know, Nier really isn't all about puzzles. It's more about gameplay, theatrics, and combat. So, yeah. Now into my gripes. The first gripe is, it's the third installment, the third official installment, confirmed by Yoko Taro himself, to be confirmed to be on the mobile phone. Now, I'm not sure why, but that's really, and this is where my personal opinions start to really go out there. When I when I think of Nier, I think of more of like a 3D console PC game where you're running around. And that's another thing I forgot to touch up on. The gameplay does like switch from like 3D walking around the cage area to RPG turn-based battles that have this 3D feel to it, and then to these 2D segments where I guess is where you continue the story. However, when I look at Nier Reincarnation, I feel like for a mainstream game to be on a phone, a mobile device, out of everything, feels just so out of my comfort zone, especially since I'm so used to the combat in Nier to being 3D run around beat 'em up type style rather than turn based. And I'm not the hugest fan of turn based out there, but I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I used to be with the RPGs. Now, when we're talking about games that are for mobile devices, especially when they're by bigger companies and developers, is microtransactions. I'm sure you knew this was coming. This game has quite a plethora of them. And I know from there you're not going to see it, but it's got quite the plethora of them. What I'm seeing here is gems A through G. I don't know what necessarily that means. I mean, it looks like they get higher up as they go. We have, yeah, I'd assume that gems are just like in other games where you can use them to buy upgrades. I don't necessarily know because I haven't seen any other gameplay of this, but I would assume that all of these gems probably are just in-game currency to upgrade characters and buy characters and stuff like that. But the game is free, so I guess that pretty much every free big developer game that comes out has to have microtransactions. And I mean, just look at Nintendo and Pokemon Go and Fire Emblem Heroes and the etc. Now for my honest opinion of Nier Reincarnation. Obviously I'm a giant Nier fan. I'm gonna play it no matter what, but am I gonna like it? I really hope that if there is a story worth playing all the way through till the end, if there even is any end to the game, I don't know, but if there is a story in the game, I probably will play it till the very end, if there's an end. Would I recommend it? I mean, it's a Nier game, and it's free. I think that in of itself, at least, it says it's free here, it says it's pre-order when I press get. But yeah, it's free, it's a Nier game, it's probably really accessible for people that have a phone. I mean, seriously, you can play this up till like the iPhone 5. So yeah, if you're a huge Nier fan, you have a phone, and you want to play this game, it's coming out in 10 more days. I guess I am excited for it. I can't say I'm not excited for a Nier game to come out. If you guys did find the content to be very helpful or even just entertaining, please let me know with a like. And also be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all my content, because let me know in the comment section below if you want more of these, like, not really gaming news, but like, I don't know, just commentary where I talk about video games, because I will gladly make a playlist of that and do so. I have been Ren Creates. Arigatou gozaimashita for watching till the very end, and I will see all of you guys later. See ya.